All right, today we're doing Math 6, Mission 1, Lesson 10. Bases and heights of triangles. All right, so on the grid, draw a triangle with an area of 12 square units. So they want us to draw a triangle with an area of 12. Try to draw a non-right triangle. So it does not want us to do something like this, okay? Be prepared to explain how you know. All right, so we know that the area of a parallelogram is base times height. But remember, we don't want a parallelogram, we want a triangle. So we need to find half of the base times height. Well, if half times base times height equals 12, then if we were going to do 2 copies of the triangle, that would equal 24, right? So, because that would be base times height equals 24. So I need to find a base times a height that equals 24, and then I get to divide it in half, and that will get me my area of a triangle, which is 12. So 1 times 24 equals 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. But the opposites work too, right? 24 times 1, that would be a base of 24, a height of 1. We don't have enough squares over here to do that. 12 times 2, that would be a base of 12 and a height of 2, right? Whereas 2 times 12 would be a base of 2 and a height of 12. So I think I'm going to do 8 times 3, a base of 8 and a height of 3. Okay, so we can go like this. So we would have a base of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we need a height of 3. So like this, 1, 2, 3. But if I did this one, right, that would be a right triangle. Right here, that would be a right triangle. That is not what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to do a non-right triangle. So I'm going to back out of there, right? My height still needs to be at 3, but I can pick anything along this line here, where I want to put my height, except for right here and right here, because that would make a right triangle. So I am going to pick right here, okay? So this gives me a height of 3. But then from this vertex, I'm going to connect to my other vertexes, like this. So we have a base of 8, a height of 3. 8 times 3 is 24, but then I have to divide it by 2, which gets me 12 units squared. Okay. Here are 3 copies of the same triangle. The triangle is rotated so that the side chosen as the base is at the bottom and is horizontal. Draw a height that corresponds to each base. Use an index card if you would like to. So the reason that they tell us to use an index card is because the sides of an index card go like this, right? And make a nice 90-degree angle. You can do that if you would like to. I am not. I'm just going to draw my height using my pencil. Okay. So here we go. A height has to be at the same level as the vertex across from the base. So this is the vertex across from this base. This is the vertex across from that base. And this is the vertex across from base C. So our height does not have to go through the vertex, but it does need to be the same height as the vertex. I like to draw it from the vertex. I just find it easier. So here, remember, the height has to come into the base at a 90-degree angle. So it has to make that T. So here we go. From the vertex, I'm going to go down, and it's going to come into the base at that 90-degree angle. Okay. Now here, my vertex is outside of my triangle, which means I have to extend my base in order to hit that vertex. But that's okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to extend my base out, and that will give me just like that, my base to hit to. So there's my height. This is my height. Okay, and on C, again, my base, I have to extend my base out in order for my vertex to, the height from my vertex to hit the base. Whew, that was terrible. I drew that terribly, so I'm going to try again. Here we go. There we go. That's at that 90-degree angle. So this is my height. Okay. Draw a line segment to show the height for the chosen base in each triangle. So I'm going to go through and label all of my bases first. So here's the base. Here's the base. The base. The base. The base. And the base. Then I'm going to go through and mark all of my opposite vertices, right? So the opposite vertex from this base is this one. B, it's this. C, it's this. D, it's this one. E, it's this one. And F, it's that one. Notice how my base doesn't touch the opposite vertice. That's how I know that that's the vertex that goes with the base. All right. So we need to draw a line. I'm going to use my ruler here. And I get to, oops. So it goes from the vertice into the base at a 90-degree angle. Just like we've done there. All right, now for this one. Like so. Straight down. Okay. For the rest, I'm not going to use it. We're just going to go here. So this one is a little outside of my base. So I'm going to need to extend my base out like that. There we go. And then I am going to come down from my vertice this way. And that makes the height. Okay, and then this is so lucky. This is a right triangle, so it's already there. We already have a line there, so that's my height. E, again, I'm going to need to extend my base, which I have no problem doing, so I'll extend it out. And then we draw down. Ooh, don't like that. I'm going to use my ruler again. Like this, straight down. Okay, and then this one, go like that, straight down. There it is. So those are all heights. I've got to go back up here and label this height and height. Okay, please review your lesson summary.